Hello and welcome to Krista So Crafty. My name is Krista, and if this is the first time you're here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I was going to go live this morning, and technically I guess I did even try, and as soon as I went to go live, of course, then my phone's ringing and just all the things. So now we're just going to do a video. So what that was all about is I have a couple shirts and a hoodie to finish up, and I just thought I'd bring you along. So the first one I'm working on, I've already got the vinyl laid out on it. It's for a lady I know. It's for a gentleman who's retired. So the saying on it says, I thought I was retired, but apparently now I work for my wife. So I thought that was kind of funny. You know, what's funny is my husband retired in May, and maybe I should make him one of these shirts. We'll see. So I'm just getting my heat press heated up. So it needs to be at 150 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Now my vinyl that I'm using, my HTV, it is Joy Inland Heat Transfer Vinyl is what it is. If you like, I can link it below. I'm not affiliated with them or anything, but I do like the vinyl. It is good. HTV, sorry. It's all vinyl, it's just heat transfer. Oh, I have to show you. Have you ever ordered stuff from Temu? I have, and I think they have some really cute stuff. I have to show you a couple of the little transfers I've ordered from there. And I plan on putting them on probably some shirts for myself, maybe. This way. Sorry about the noise. These ones I just thought were adorable. This one says, Feral Girl, my heat press is warmed up. Feral Girl Summer. Can you see that? And then this one says, Anxiety Loading. I love these little Highland cows. I think they're just so adorable. So I've got those I'm going to put onto something. And then I've also got this one here. Now this is just a little one, but it would be good maybe, I don't even know, maybe on a backpack. Why is that? Do you ever have trouble opening these things? I always have trouble finding the opening. So this one here, I thought this was so nice actually. It says, be kind. It's really not that hard. I don't know if you can see that. Probably best without my hand behind it. I thought that was nice, and I think that's a very true statement that, you know, be kind. It's not that hard. And then I've got these little baby cows. Now, when I ordered these, I did not realize they were going to be this small, but I think they're so cute. It says, and there's 4 of them, and they're all the same. It says, I'm not a hot mess. I'm a spicy disaster. I think they're so cute. Now those would be cute on, you know what, actually those would be really cute on the back pocket of a pair of jeans. Something like that, or on a pocket of what are those, like the front pockets on like a jacket or something like that, or if you had a shirt with a big pocket, that would be very cute. And then these I just thought were so pretty, so pretty. I just had ordered these, and I've used one. I used one of the cow ones. Can't remember what it said, but it was a Highland cow as well. But this one is just little hummingbirds. I'm getting the bag here. Sorry about all the noise. It's a hummingbird, and it's just so pretty. I just thought, you know, that would be nice on like the back of a jacket, something like this, or I don't know. Because see, if you put it on something black, it's still going to show. It's not going to be having the black shine through. Now, apparently I got confused when I was ordering these ones because I ordered 2 packages, not realizing that in each package there are 4. So this one says a lucky bingo shirt. I like to go play bingo. Friends and I, we go. I don't need therapy, I just need to play bingo. That one's hard to read. And then it's bingo. It's bingo night. And I'm the crazy bingo lady people warn you about. I thought they were cute. And so I did order 2, but I just thought, you know what? I go to bingo sometimes with friends, and we all like bingo. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do us each a bag or a shirt or something. I don't know. But anyways, just wanted to share those with you, being as we were kind of working on HTV and different presses, different things to press on. All right, so my heat press is ready. It's ready to go. So again, 150 degrees Celsius for 10 seconds. And my heat press is not big enough to do this all at once. I'm gonna have to do it in 4. So let me get this out of the way. So I'll put this down and start the timer. And yeah, so I thought this was quite an interesting colored shirt. It's very bright, this yellowy green kind of color. But this material is I don't even know what the material is, but it's kind of shiny, slippery. But it's kind of cool. I've worked with this before. Same lady ordered another shirt here a while ago. And it's kind of a, I don't even know, it's kind of just a slippery, I don't know how else to explain it, slippery type material. And of course my dog hair is loving it. I did wash it first. Have you found if you do this type of craft with your HTV and stuff, do you find that working with material, different fabrics of clothing, that they are not sticking as well as they used to be? So I find that they don't seem to be, the vinyl HTV, it doesn't seem to be sticking to the material. And I think it's because of the sizing, or whatever you want to call it, that's going on the different material. So if you were wondering what I was doing, this HTV that I'm using is a cold peel. So what that means is you want to wait till it's 100% cooled down before you start removing the plastic, the liner. Otherwise you could start pulling up the HTV. So that's cooled down. My desk is metal, so it's cool. And I just like to, oh, that's perfect. I like to flip my garment over, whatever it is, and just move it around my desk, and it helps to cool down the vinyl quicker. So this is peeling up nicely. Everything is sticking down beautifully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this away, and I have a sheet here that I like to use that is for this type of project. So I'm just going to lay this out. And what I like to do is do the initial 10 seconds, and then I like to go over it just one more time once I take the liner off, and I will just a few seconds on each side spot so that everything I know is stuck down. Because when you're pulling the liner off, it can be kind of aggressive. Some of this stuff is so tight, like it holds it so tight. So I like to run my heat press over this just a couple seconds on each side, just to make sure that everything is stuck down the way it should be. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. I think that looks wonderful. Whoops. I'll try that again. There we go. I think that looks good. I thought I was retired, but apparently now I work for my wife. I love it. So that's one done. So now I have 2 more to do, and all 3 of these are based on retirements, but it's funny because it's not for the same person. That's funny. All right, so I'm just going to take this one and set it over here. And now I have a t-shirt that, again, for a man, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to take my heat press and just press it down a bit, get rid of a bunch of those wrinkles. You want to start off with your item being Nice and flat, no wrinkles. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm matching up the sleeves on the top, the shoulders on the top, and the sleeves over here. And what I'm doing is I'm just lining it all up, and I like to give myself a center press so that I know where the center of the shirt is. Now don't worry, this will iron out during the process. So it's not going to stay there, but it gives me somewhere to line my stuff up with. So let's just do this. And I also have a defurrer. Now I have a dog. If you've been on my channel before, you've seen my Tux. He's a border collie crossed with something. We think with some sort of like a black shepherd. But he's big and he sheds like crazy. Like crazy. So for this one, like I said, it's for a retirement as well. So what I'm going to do, I've gone ahead and cut all of these out ahead of time and I've weeded them. I didn't think you needed to sit through all that. And what I'm doing is, let's bring that down just a little bit more. I took this and I folded it in half and I just creased the top and the bottom. That gives me the center of the decal of the design. And then I've got the center marked for the t-shirt right here. I want to make sure it's straight. Okay, just need to move this little mat over a little bit. I do like this little mat I have underneath. It just gives it some cushion so I can do this type of work on my desk. So I'm going to stick that down just with the stick that it has. I'm going to have a peek. Yes. All right. So now this one, this t-shirt, the request was the legend has retired. And I've done it in like a shiny, shimmery gold. And I think it's going to look wonderful. All right. And again, my press isn't big enough, so I'm going to go in 4 sections. Now, this is a little different press, but I've used the same settings on it before and I know it works wonderful. So I'm going to stick to the 150 degrees Celsius and the 10 seconds. Have you guys made t-shirts before with HTV or anything like that? Like I said, you can buy the sheets that are already done up. You can buy ones that are sublimated, and there's so many different colors. I'm just using HTV, so if I wanted different colors, I would have to stack them on top of each other. But for this is wonderful. And then with the ones I bought, those aren't sublimation. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. It almost feels like a bit of a rubber, but all right. So there is that. So again, I'm going to take this mat out from under. I'm going to turn this over. It's quite nice outside today, actually. I was outside for a few minutes, not very long this morning, but it's such a nice day for October, middle of October. What is the date today? Do we even know what day today that I'm recording this is? October 19th. So it's actually quite nice today. You know, the sun is out and it's got some heat to it, which is wonderful. I don't know about you, but I'm not quite ready for winter yet. It's getting colder at night and definitely different temperatures for sure. So yes, I definitely have to use my lint roller to get Tux's hair off. So now I'm going to pull this off and I'm going to go nice and slow. Not because I don't think it's stuck, but because this plastic sheet that's on here is very sticky. So I'm just going to carefully pull this up like this. And again, I will take my heat press and go over it again just to make sure that everything is laying down nicely. I don't know if I actually finished my thought earlier when I was talking about the material today with the fabric today and how it has almost like a sizing or something on it that is preventing the HTV from the glue to stick down. Okay, we'll definitely have to go over this again. There we go. So I'll show you when I go to do this hoodie. So I had a bit of an issue with this hoodie. So originally I had the hoodie, oh my goodness, when was it, last week? I think it was 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. On the 8th, our friend retired, and so on the 10th we went out for supper and celebrated his retiring, right? He'd been working for 20 years, and we had bought a hoodie, and we decided to put writing down the sleeve and on the cuff, just for something a little different, to make it, you know, nice for him. He likes wearing hoodies, so we thought, you know, we'll do this. And I didn't want to do it, you know, white on the, we bought a gray hoodie, like a steel gray. We didn't want to use like white vinyl because then it just stands out so much. So I decided to use the black HTV on, oh yeah, on the steel gray, and it looks really good. Except I hadn't washed the hoodie first because I never have. In all the stuff I've ever been working on and making, I've never washed the clothing. I never have. And now all of a sudden, it's just being dumb. I don't know how else to say it. And it's not sticking properly. 2 days after this was given, the hoodie was given to him, I got a call saying that the HTV was peeling off on the sleeve. And I'm like, what? So I went and got it, and yeah, sure enough, it was literally peeling off. Not just like a little tip that you could touch it with the, you know, press it down again. No, it was literally peeling off. So I have a video that's a little short video that I just posted the other day that I will link to you on this. But I did manage to get the HTV off the sleeve and off the cuff. And now I'm going to put it back on. So I've recut it, and I'm going to hope and pray that it covers up properly. And because I did wash it, all that sizing and stuff is off of it now. But yeah, it really disappointed me. I was so upset. You know, when you give something to somebody, you want it to be 100%, right? And this definitely wasn't. It was, and then it wasn't. So, and this is all done. And there you go. So the legend has retired. I think that looks really good. I think he's gonna like that. So again, we can take and put this over here. Now, let me show you the hoodie. So it's a nice hoodie. I wanna show you what happened. And of course, so I took the HTV off, which I was happy that it was able to come off. And when I threw it in the wash and I went to transfer it, the lint from the other clothes that were in there apparently stuck to the bit of the adhesive that was still on the hoodie. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this out. So I've recut the HTV, and what I'm going to do is lay it back down here. Now I cut it out into sections so it would make it easier to lay down. And what I'm going to do is I've cut it just a smidge bigger than it was what it was. I'm hoping by taking and cutting these into smaller portions, which is what I've done before, that I can put this on here and it is going to cover up all of this other stuff. So I'm going to lint roll this really good, make sure there's nothing on there. There's no lint, so to speak. It's just stuck on the sticky part. It just was so frustrating when I saw that. All right, so and this one says the legend has retired as well. Oh, this way, the legend has retired. So I'm gonna try to lay this out. Like So, and I just see, and I'm scared that it's not going to cover it properly. So that's up there. No. You know what? This is a little frustrating. I want to get this done this weekend, but you know what? I think I'm gonna have to go buy a new hoodie, unfortunately, because it's just not the same. And I don't want any of that adhesive to show, and unfortunately it is. One other thing I can try, what happens if we were to cut them individually? Well, then I have to really be very careful about lining them up. But it might work if I do this. Okay, I need to move these out of the way. Let's just, it's already wrecked, right? What's the worst that's gonna happen? It's gonna get wrecked more? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's gonna work. We will see. And again, this is a cold peel, so I want to cool that down. Did I show you my nails? Just got some little spiders on there. Gotta get in with Halloween. This is the first year actually I've done anything with my nails for Halloween for probably a couple of years now. I don't know, orange is not my favorite color. All right, well that worked. So maybe this is what we do, is we cut them all out individually. And lay them down here. I don't know. Like I said, can't be wrecked any more than it already was, so. All right, so let's. So now I need to use this so I don't melt the other, and I'm not doing the full 10 seconds. I want to just get it enough to stick down, and then I'll press it down when it's all done. Basically, I'm wanting it to tack down right now. Like that. I don't know if you can even see what's going on here. So I need to let that cool down. I don't know. Maybe the vinyl's changing or the HTV is changing. I don't know what it is, but it's just frustrating when stuff like this happens. Oops, I better get this underneath. It's just frustrating when stuff like this happens. But you know what? We have to just kind of persevere and, I don't know, see what we can do to make it right. Now I'm trying not to put my heat press on the other letters. I'm just trying to get it onto what each letter as I'm putting it down, so that I don't heat it too much, and hopefully then this will be enough to, fingers crossed that this will work. seems to be working. So now I'm going to start on the other end. And the only reason I'm starting on the other end is because I can really see where that was laying down before. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to keep doing this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put you on fast forward here, or put me on fast forward, I guess. And I'm going to keep going with this. And when it is all done, I will show you what it looks like. And then we can decide if we're going to give it to him or not. Let's see. Okay, I got it all on there. I think it's going to be okay. It looks good. Like, that turned out really good. You can't see any of the adhesive behind it. And as far as the sleeve, I think it's going to be okay. Can you see this? Of course, I've got it pressed, so it's got wrinkles in it, but there you go. Legend has retired. You know, I think it's going to be okay. It feels like everything is down. Nothing feels like it's lifted up. This is also different vinyl, HTV, sorry, that I used the first time I put it on. I don't know why it did that. I really hope this stays this time. I'm going to, like, it's been washed, so, you know, like, everything feels nice and flat. These things happen when you're crafting, you know, things happen, I get it, but it can be very frustrating, and it can be very, it's hard when things don't work out the way you want them to, but this is a lesson that I'm going to take for perseverance, trying to lay this out so you can see it, that I'm hoping that it stays. And you know what, if it doesn't, we'll figure it out. But that worked good. So then here's the Legend Has Retired t-shirt. Right there. And then the other retired t-shirt. It's so funny how that all worked out, eh? I guess it maybe is that kind of time of year, but and there we have all our shirts all done. I want to thank you for joining me today. It's nice crafting with a friend rather than just crafting by yourself. And I am happy with how these turned out, and I think this is going to be okay. I have faith that this is working. It looks like the HTV is stuck down really good. So, you know, fingers crossed, right? Thank you again for joining me today. If you enjoy this type of content, please give my video a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, and click on the bell to receive notification every time I upload a new video. I also have a Facebook page, also called Krista So Crafty, if you want to join me over there. I post a little bit different stuff over there than I do on my YouTube channel. I would love for you to join us. Thank you again, and happy crafting.